Coach said it's just a matter of time before you have one of those games where you really get going from the three-point line. Can you feel it in practice and see that coming to yourself?
Yeah, I feel it. I keep telling myself that this is going to be the game. I told myself that before going to the IUPUI game, and my three really wasn't falling, but I was able to make plays, with my mid-range game. So it was nice to see, just be able to see the ball go in the basket. And I had a pretty good performance last time I was in the Garden, so hopefully I'm able to do it again this time around.
Is there a time when you prefer, or do you see when the defender, if they switch, say, and it's a bigger guy on you, whether you're going to drive on him or if you see him backpedal and maybe shoot? What are you seeing there?
Yeah, that's just stuff that I'm able to see in film as well, just see how they guard the ball screen. Some teams do like to switch the 4-5 screen, so I know when I have a bigger guy on me, I can be able to go to the basket, and he's playing off of me. That's when I usually shoot that pull-up.
Does hitting that shot give you any more confidence to just step a few feet back out and start hitting that three? Or
yeah, for sure. As when I see that first one go in, I always have that mindset it's going to be a great day. It was nice to see the first one going against IUPUI. That really just helps my confidence out too.
You obviously talked about feeling at home in New York. Is it just you're looser even when you step on the court there because of knowing the surroundings?
Yeah, I believe so. Always playing on it's a big stage. Playing at MSG, it's a great opportunity to be in. Great arena, great court. Great, just all around great atmosphere. Especially senior year last time playing there probably is going to be awesome.
Zach, I know you said that you haven't really watched film yet, but it looks like early on Marquette's going kind of four guards and a big guy. How do you guys see those matchups kind of playing out?
Yeah, I think most teams now are starting to go to that 4 out, 1 in. I think that helps us out too, because that's the way that we play. So I think we'll match up pretty well with them. Like I said, once I see them more, I'll be able to talk more about that. But I think going into this game, it'll be a good matchup for us.
I'm just curious from past experiences, is it easier to match up with a team that's kind of playing the same way, same personnel you are, or does that make it more difficult?
I think it has its plus and its minuses. When a team plays bigger, when they have two bigs in there, it's tough for me being able to go down there and guard those guys. But also on the offensive end, I got a bigger guy on me, which we have the advantage at. So, and then when we have a team that plays the same way we do, we're able to match up pretty well on offense and defense. So like I said, there's disadvantages and advantages, but either way, I think we'll be fine.
You're obviously playing with different assistant coaches now, and how well are you and others adjusting to the defensive changes that have kind of been implemented?
Yeah, there's definitely been some changes. It's always going to be change when you have two new assistant coaches coming in. But, I think all of our guys have done a great job just holding each other accountable and just knowing that defense does win championships. That's one of the huge things that we want to have a point of emphasis on this year is be able to defend people, and I think this is going to be a good test for us going against Marquette tomorrow.
What's the biggest on-court difference that you have to make yourself in defending people?
I just think for me, especially when we play bigger teams, I'm undersized, especially once we get in playing in the Big Ten and everything. There's guys in my position that are bigger than me. So, I just can't let that get the way I play defense, and also just rebounding too. It puts me a little bit of a disadvantage, so I got to be able to get in there.
You remember, like your freshman year, your first big, game where, obviously the lights at Chrysler are pretty bright, but for X and Ibby, do you remember your first, big national stage game and what that might be like and what might be going through their head?
Oh, I can remember it like it was yesterday. First road game freshman year was at Iowa State. Hilton Magic, I remember that crowd was the loudest crowd I think I've ever played in. It was awesome, great environment. Dickie V was there, ESPN2. I'm telling you, I remember it like it was yesterday.
You think it was a good thing just to be thrown in and experience that early on? It could be good for them too.
Yeah, it's different than playing at home. I remember I got in there and I threw a pass probably 5th, 6th row into the stands, and I was like, man, my energy's going, my adrenaline's going. But like I said, I've been talking to them. Obviously, especially MSG is a lot better than Iowa State, but I think they'll be ready. They should be, with our senior leadership and the coaching staff. We'll be able to calm them down. It's just basketball. Just go out there and have fun.
In retrospect, is it good to make those mistakes in that instance? Just to get that big mistake out of the way, and then you can just relax a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It can't get much worse than that. Me throwing a souvenir out there to the fans. But it's upsetting in the moment. But now looking back at it, I'm laughing about it. It happens in a game of basketball. People are going to make mistakes, but just got to be able to bounce back from it.
I think it's good that they're getting a bit of a neutral site, because I know they were picking on you at Iowa State back then, but
Yeah.
You think it's good to have a neutral site kind of welcome to it?
Yeah, I think that helps as well, especially whenever we go to New York. Like I said, it's like a home game for us, so I think that'll help them out too. But I know we're going to be on the big stage and there's some bright lights, so that might play a key factor in how they play, but hopefully they just come out and play their game.
You've been out there so much. Do you have individual fans or groups of fans that you recognize when you're warming up that come out specifically to see you guys?
Not really. I mean, just for me, the people I always point out is my family. You know, my family travels to almost every game that we play in, so I always spot them in the crowd. But other than that, not really.
Okay. Pretty good Michigan contingent, though, overall.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it definitely feels like it's a home game. We come out starting lineup before the game starts. We make our run. We get the crowd behind us, which plays a huge part in how we play too. We feed off of them as well.
Coach said that DJ's kind of gone into a leadership role on the floor. Talking a lot out there and directing a lot of guys. What have you seen in his growth, both talent-wise and leadership-wise?
Yeah, like I said, so far it's been a huge leap for DJ, and it's shown for our team. He's a key factor, an X factor for our team. I think that'll be going forward as well. Not only just on the play, but also on the court, his play. But just when he's out there talking to the guys, we see him film all the time, and on the court, it helps when he's outside of me and Derek and Mo talking. He's helping us out too.
It's not that often